Hello everyone, I'm Dr. Atul Vitara from CGLS Indore. Today we are going to see about the stopping side distance. In short, it is called SSD. The stopping side distance is the minimum side distance for the driver to stop without colliding at any point on the highway. The side distance is usually is the length of road which is visible to the driver at any instant. If we are driving at 80 km per hour and suddenly we see a pedestrian crossing, we should be able to see them before so that we are able to react and take action like brake without colliding. This distance is known as stopping side distance. Here you can see in the figure of stopping side distance. The first figure at the curve when a vehicle is coming from front direction and a vehicle is going in routine direction, both the vehicle are not visible to each other. So it means at that curve we should provide at least the distance at which both the drivers can see each other's vehicle. Now the second is distance at intersection. We all know that it is very difficult to see another vehicle coming from another way of road at especially intersection because so much trees and localities are there. So at least some distance may be provided at intersection to see the vehicles coming from another road. Again, the figure showing the stopping side distance. Now it can be formally defined the minimum side distance for the driver to stop without colliding at any point to the highway. The stopping side distance depends on number one is total reaction time of the driver, number two is speed of vehicle, number three is efficiency of brakes, number four is gradient of road, and last one is friction between road surface and tire of the vehicle. So these are the factors on which the stopping side distance depends. If you talk about the driver's reaction time, the driver's reaction time can be explained in the form of PU theory. In short, it is called PIEV theory, where P stands for perception, I stands for interaction, E stands for emotion, and V for volition. Whenever a driver is moving on the road, the following things continuously running in the mind of the road user or the driver. The first one is perception. Whenever the driver either hear or see any type of thing on the road or behind the road, continuously his sense organs will give the message to his brain. So this particular area is called perception. Number two is interaction. Whenever the mind receive some sensations or signals from the organs of human body, our mind starts to handle the situation. This particular phase is called interaction. At the same time, various emotional things are started to going in the mind, like fear, anger, anxiety, or something like that. So this is called emotion. And last is volition. It means time taken for final action. The entire PU theory is take only 2 to 2.5 second in our mind. It means within 2 to 2.5 seconds, this all four phases are running in our mind, starting from whenever we saw any hazard or danger to time take for final action. So a good driver having a good reaction time and it will pursue all the class within 2 to 2.5 seconds. So this is the total reaction time of the driver. The formula for stopping side distance will be lag distance plus braking distance. The stopping side distance is divided into two parts. Number one is lag distance, number two is braking distance. Lag distance means V into T. Braking distance is denoted by V square by 2GF, where V is design speed of the vehicle in meter per square second. T is reaction time of the driver. If the reaction time of the driver is given in the question, that is good. If it is not given in the question, so we can take the reaction time of driver as 2 to 2.5 second. G is obviously acceleration due to gravity, and F is here the coefficient of friction. The coefficient of longitudinal friction is very important in stopping side distance. Here you can see a table 13.1 for determining the coefficient of longitudinal friction as per the speed. If speed is less than 30 kilometer per hour, then the F will be 0.4, as well as if speed is more than 80 kilometer per hour, in that case, the coefficient of friction will be 0.35. So according to speed, we can pick our coefficient of longitudinal friction. Thank you.